What is going on, guys? Dropping another video. I'm going to be doing another one of the series of building a portfolio. I've already done gaming and AI. This time I'm going to be doing an RWA portfolio. How I would personally invest $10,000, guys, and this is a low risk crypto RWA portfolio. 5 projects. How would we allocate different amounts of capital to? Of course, guys, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor, based purely on my own opinion. But I do believe that RWA is going to be huge, especially with the likes of BlackRock, partnering with Ondo. A huge amount of capital is going to flow into some of these projects, guys. So let's get into it. The first project I would invest in this low risk portfolio. Just to note, guys, just because it says low risk, don't think that all of the projects are just going to be high caps, because you can still have a low risk portfolio if you know how to allocate the percentages in that portfolio. So just, pay attention to that. Anyways, the first coin I would invest is going to be Mantra. Now, this is a project which is probably one of the biggest RWA altcoins. It's basically a security-based layer one blockchain, which helps to bring the financial ecosystem on chain and helps to basically, different projects to basically adhere to the regulatory requirements, which there's a huge amount of regulation which is required for basically real world assets. You can see some of the things Mantra offer. They offer the guard module, which is basically helping to leverage on-chain users and decentralized apps. And they also have basically their KYC sort of integration, which you can basically launch products and it can take care of all of the anti-money laundering and the KYC requirements. It's also very low cost and it's very fast, and it's just a good all-round project. It is also utilizing the Cosmos development smart development kits, and they also have a huge range of uses. You can see here tokenization of real world assets. The Mantra chain enables seamless fractionalization of assets, of RWA assets, and this basically can include anything from real estate to art to literally anything you can think of. And also it also streamlines the users with the KYC and the anti-money laundering requirements. And all around, guys, I just think it's a very good option for an RWA pick. They also have a very solid team behind them as well. You can see here, fully doxed, huge amount of experience, big partnerships, and looking to basically onboard institutions, traders, builders, huge amount of investors as well behind them, which is important. And also, the main token, the OM token, has a good amount of utility. Proof of stake, so you can basically stake this as well. You can vote on governance procedures. You can also access, the guard module as well. So basically, when you KYC, you will receive the Mantra token, which you can stake, which is needed to gain access to the guard module. And you can also basically use the token for transaction fees, and they also burn that as well. Decent exchange listings, Binance listing, OKX. So for me, currently sat at 1.3 billion in market cap, and to be honest, guys, this is one of those projects which is not going to give you insane gains, but I do believe this can easily 10x. It has rallied a lot, guys, so maybe wait for a pullback. But currently sat at 1.2 billion. I believe this can 10x and potentially go to over 12 billion in market cap. Potentially give 35,000 from the initial, but again, guys, don't take this number or this 10x. Do not wait for this 10x. Have a solid DC out strategy as well. That would be the first project, which in my opinion is a low risk RWA altcoin. The second one is going to be another low risk, high cap, probably one of the most safest projects in the whole crypto space. And I might think this is a boring pick. Chainlink, Data Oracle, which is helping to onboard and regulate different real world assets. It is one of the most known and biggest, projects, currently sat at around just under 8 billion in market cap, around $12.50, a 5x to all-time high, I believe, around a 5, maybe a 6x to all-time high, which I think it will smash through those targets easily. I don't need to go into the details of Chainlink, guys, but they do basically help. The platform helps to basically integrate, different RWA, tokenization of real world assets, helps financial institutes and different applications through, all of their different integrations, the CCIP. You can also basically integrate on-chain data into through the data feeds. And it has a huge use case which you can come and do further research into. I'm not going to go into more detail on Chainlink. Everyone knows about it, Data Oracle, but they do have huge team, huge community, huge partnerships, advisors, and it's one of those projects which huge institutes they are already utilizing, and the amount of capital that is going to flow into this project is going to be insane. I do believe it can hit the $100 mark. So for me, can it 10x potentially, but I would say 5 to 10x, but I'm going to put it as an 8x because that is going to be the $100 mark, which I do believe Chainlink can hit. And yeah, so this would be the second project I would invest into. So you can see already, guys, we've got 65% of this portfolio in these high cap, low risk projects. This is all about having, risk, putting risk management into your portfolio. And in my opinion, these two projects are very solid picks. You also, a lot of people like Ondo. The main reason I didn't include Ondo, even though I do believe it will still perform well due to the BlackRock, partnership, is because of the vesting schedule. They are going to have some pretty harsh unlocks, I believe, in January. So it's not the best time. Maybe if you want to get in after January, but just be aware of Ondo's token unlocks. Third project is we're going into the lower caps now, so the risk is obviously going to increase, but I still believe that these projects offer great risk to reward ratios. So the third project is going to be Propbase Props, which is currently sat at around 40 million in market cap, 42 million in market cap, around 11 cents. And I really like this project a lot. It is built on Aptos, so pretty unique. You don't see many projects built on Aptos. But what I like about Propbase is the Propbase Nexus, where you can basically gain access to fractional shares, fractional ownership into different properties. And these properties are not, your little shacks. They are high quality luxury properties, apartments, also, hotels. They also have, listings with or partnerships with Wyndham, Hilton, and Ramada hotels, which it also integrates the KYC and anti-money laundering. So everything is done, officially and legit. You can get 8 to 12% on yearly yield, and they have around 25 million under the tokenization value. They are built on Aptos and also Base, so that is very bullish, guys. You all know how bullish people are on Base, and I do believe Aptos is also a sleeping giant. I think it's going to perform really well. Also the token has good utility. You can use it for different rewards, for settlement, for different memberships on the platform through the Propbase Nexus as well. Team is fully doxed, huge amount of experience, and all in all, I think this project is a very good pick. Huge community. This is trending consistently, and in my opinion, I think Propbase can potentially 30x. I would allocate 2,000 into this, so 20%. You might be thinking that is a bit high risk, but bear in mind, guys, 65% of the portfolio is allocated to these, your safety nets of Chainlink and Mantra. So yeah, Propbase for me, I think this can potentially 30x, and that is still only 1.2 billion in market cap. I think that is very possible. I think with the amount of adoption RWA projects are going to get, especially prop base. It's, it's just a clean project, guys. You can see even the website looks clean, CERTIC audited, very good properties which are qualified through, management companies. You can't really look for better, in my opinion. The only thing with this is you maybe want to look at a little pullback, but to be honest, it is still down around 15-16% over the past 2 weeks. In my opinion, as I've said, this can potentially go to 1 billion and beyond. Very good project, and do your research into it. That would be the third project on the list. Slightly higher risk, of course, because it is a low cap, but they have a huge backing, and it's going to do well, in my opinion. Fourth project is going to be another low cap, another RWA project, which I'm massively bullish on. It is going to be Prop Chain. Now, this is another very under the radar project. Currently sat at around 22 million in market cap, $1.20. And, the backing behind this project, guys, the team behind this project is insane. They have a lot of money, guys. They have a lot of funds. They are basically within Dubai. They have a huge presence in the United Arab Emirates. They offer three main sort of solutions: prop.com, which is their main platform, which you can invest into real estate from as little as, I believe, $200. They also have PropChain Cloud, which is basically their hybrid technology, which is basically going to help bring value and drive value to digitizing real estate. And also the PropChain token comes into this, and also into PropChain Ventures, where they basically want to look at, investing into new programs. So a huge amount of work is going into this. You can download the app through the App Store. And recently, they've also announced the utility token to be integrated into prop.com. This is really bullish, in my opinion, guys. It just brings more value to the whole sort of token. A lot of people ask, why does a project need the token? And this goes into detail of the use case, governance, loyalty programs, staking, and also product fees. A great project, and the team have a huge amount of experience in some huge companies, fully doxed. A very good pick, in my opinion. Again, another project I believe can 30x. This is one of those projects which should even 50x, but I'm going to be a bit more conservative and put it as a 30x. And 30x, and also, guys, I think it's around 20% in circulation. So do watch out for token dilution, but it isn't that harsh with this project. I still believe this can 30x, which would put it around 660 million market cap, which is still pretty low, guys. So again, guys, this is all going to depend on how bullish RWA is going to be, but in my opinion, it is one of the top narratives, easily top 5, arguably top 3. But PropChain, another great project, which is just developing at an insane rate. So that would be the fourth project. So you can see we'd allocate $1,000, so it's only going to be a small percentage of the portfolio. The final project, which is a degen microcap RWA project, is going to be Launcher. Now, this project is currently sat at $5 million in market cap, guys. And at this small of a market cap, I just think it is worth the risk. It looks really good. I do like this project. The only criticism is I wish they would put more properties on. They do have these 3 properties, which aren't the most luxury properties in the world, but they are developing, and I do believe they will get more properties in the future. I'm going to be talking about the utility token, which is the land token. They also offer the RWA token, which you obviously will need to KYC on. But the land token has a huge use case. You can use it for governance. You can use it for basically purchase NFTs. You also use it for basically RW fees. Basically, you need 10% of land tokens when you want to purchase the RWA tokens. And you can also stake it as well, and also vote in governance. So a huge use case. Team is also fully doxed, which I like. It's a micro cap, and decent partners as well. and also a very bullish community, guys. A lot of people talk about Landshare and it's trending pretty consistently. Good engagement as well. So for me, this is a very good project. I would allocate $500 to this. I believe it can 50x, and 50x would only be 250 million in market cap. So yeah, guys, that would be how I would allocate 10,000 into a low risk portfolio. I think it's low risk because you're only really putting 25% into, even prop-based prop chain. These are still, in my opinion, safe projects. And obviously Landshare is very risky, but you have your safety net of Chainlink and Mantra. So yeah, I think this is a good portfolio for RWA, and potential return here. Again, guys, don't take this too serious. It's just an estimate based on my sort of targets. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. As always, please don't forget to drop a subscribe also so you don't miss any content. And drop down below your favorite RWA tokens, and I will see you very soon for the next video. Thanks and take care.